So now we're going to talk specifically about the pit and fissure sealant. The sealant that we're going to feature this evening is by Premier Dental Products, and it's marketed under the brand name BioCoat. And it's listed as a bioactive resin pit and fissure sealant. This is a resin-based system that contains these microcapsules, all three ions, calcium, phosphate, and fluoride. And so the phosphate ions, the calcium ions, the fluoride ions are all released from the pit and fissure sealants immediately at the surface. So an earlier question was very interesting. What happens when you phosphoric acid condition beyond the area that the sealant will be placed in the pit and fissure or the groove? And the answer is over normal time, that area that's not covered by the resin will, in a normal patient, remineralize based on the buffering capacity. In the case of BioCoat, that remineralization will be accelerated and include fluoride ions, which will create fluoroapatite in those areas. And we'll show you exactly the studies that we've done to document that we have these ions being released from a pit and fissure sealant. Now, how do these ions get through and out of the tooth? Well, all resin materials absorb water to some degree. This water is absorbed into a polymerized composite at a very small level. Ions then migrate through a diffusion gradient from the water inside the microcapsule in a high concentration to the water that's in the space in between the microcapsules and the fillers. And these ions, fluoride, phosphate, and calcium, migrate through and around the microcapsules and out into the tooth surface from the pit and fissure sealant. So we can have documented that we have fluoride at a high level being released from the BioCoat pit and fissure sealant, calcium being released, and phosphate ions also being released. And this shows you calcium ions are released at a very high level and as a steady level out over 60 days. The same thing for phosphate, and then the same thing for fluoride. So we have a sustained release going past 60 days, but a very high level. Now, this particular pit and fissure sealant has a very high degree of polymerization conversion. So BioCoat has been shown to have a good compressive strength. It's a little bit more flexible than one of the competitive brands, UltraSeal, and generates, because of its rheology and its flow, a very nice user-friendly handling capability and also very high shear bond strength to etched enamel.